Welcome back to Tech Frontier, where we continue exploring some of the most extraordinary machines ever created. What you're looking at today is only the third original hypercar in nearly 30 years of Pagani history, the successor to the legendary Zonda and Huayra, and possibly one of the most beautiful automobiles ever created by human hands in the 21st century. Meet the Pagani Utopia, an 864-horsepower work of art on wheels that makes modern electric crossovers and emotionless hybrid monsters feel instantly forgettable. When Horacio Pagani, the founder of the company, unveiled this machine in Milan in the autumn of 2022, even journalists who had already seen everything the automotive world had to offer were left speechless with admiration. The Utopia is a pure, uncompromising analog hypercar built in complete defiance of modern trends. The engineers refused to use heavy and complicated hybrid systems, avoided filling the cabin with giant screens, and never chased absolute top-speed records. Instead, they focused on simplicity, lightness, and delivering the highest possible level of driving pleasure. At the heart of the Utopia lies an absolute masterpiece of engineering, a 6-liter twin-turbocharged V12 developed exclusively for Pagani by Mercedes-AMG. This engine produces 864 horsepower and a monstrous 1,100 Nm of torque, available from just 2,800 revolutions per minute. But the real magic is not found in the numbers, it's in the character. The V12 revs all the way to 6,000 revolutions per minute and sounds like a perfectly tuned orchestra, with absolutely nothing in common with the muted hum of electric motors. The true soul of the Utopia, however, is hidden in its transmission. Customers can choose between a 7-speed automated gearbox or a genuine 7-speed manual transmission with an exposed mechanical linkage. Horacio Pagani personally insisted that the brand's most devoted enthusiasts should have access to a real manual gearbox capable of handling an unbelievable 1,100 Nm of torque, and remarkably, all of that power is sent only to the rear wheels. No all-wheel drive, just classic rear-wheel drive purity. The philosophy of lightness here has been elevated almost to obsession. The Utopia is built around a carbon titanium monocoque reinforced with chromoly subframes. The coupe weighs only 1,280 kilograms dry, lighter than many compact hatchbacks despite being every bit as large as its competitors. The aerodynamic design is handled with the same elegance. There are no oversized wings or aggressive external aero elements. Instead, the car uses an integrated system with 2 active aerodynamic sections and a body shape designed to naturally generate downforce while simultaneously reducing drag. But perhaps the most breathtaking part of the Utopia is its interior. It feels less like the cabin of a hypercar and more like a temple dedicated to old-world craftsmanship, a place where cheap touchscreens simply do not belong. Nearly 777 interior components are machined from solid blocks of aluminum, using 5-axis CNC machines. The steering wheel alone begins as a 43-kilogram block of metal before being sculpted into an intricate structure weighing just 1.6 kilograms. And every button, every switch, and every air vent looks as though it was handcrafted by a jeweler creating parts for an exclusive luxury watch collection. Even the startup sequence was treated as art. When the engine comes to life, the cabin speakers play a farewell melody performed on violin and personally composed by Horacio Pagani himself. The Utopia is produced in extremely limited numbers for a select group of owners. The coupe version, introduced in 2022, was limited to only 99 examples. And as usual, every single one was sold before the official presentation even took place, with prices starting at 2.17 million euros. Then, in 2024, Pagani introduced the open-top roadster version, limited to 130 units and starting from 3 million euros. Every car is assembled entirely by hand, while the customization process through the Pagani Atelier program can take owners many months to complete. But perhaps the most astonishing thing about the Utopia is not its price or even its technical specifications, it is the philosophy behind its creation. Horacio Pagani, built a machine that refuses to obey the rules of the modern automotive industry. It does not try to become the fastest car in a straight line. It does not try to impress the world with the biggest horsepower figure, and it was never designed to chase Nürburgring records. The Utopia exists outside of time and beyond competition, and perhaps that is the true meaning of its name. A world where there is still room for genuine beauty, handcrafted engineering, and 12 cylinders singing at the absolute limit of their abilities. And that brings today's story to an end. You were watching Tech Frontier. Subscribe if you'd like to see more extraordinary